So this is an amplifier for the plate, and when using this in conjunction with it, this amplifies the signal like insane level compared to what this is on here.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, this is powerful in itself. When using it with this, it's just a whole new level.
When I think it's a lot of it has to also do with the energy level and consciousness level of the person utilizing the manifestation plate. Because I had Jacinta, who's got an extreme amount of energy, and I asked her to manifest something for me. And so she started, and this barely moved at all, but you could feel waves of energy.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I was sitting there, and I was sitting up straight, and every time a wave hit me, it was like, because it was just a whole full body wave that you could feel the energy going all the way down to the toes, and it lasted for, even when she stopped with the sticky.
Yeah.
We let it go for a while.
Yeah.
We both all we could do was just sit there. She could barely take her hands off of the plate.
Why? Because she was just energized, just like attached to it.
Yeah. She could barely take it, and it was like we sat there for about 15 minutes just entranced in this energy, and it was pulsating. It wasn't a consistent. It was like, here's another wave, and go, oh.
So you weren't concentrating on like trying to feel energy. It was just
there was no concentration on feeling anything. It was just there's no way that you could not feel it. It was just coming off in huge waves. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen or felt. Didn't see anything.
So you put a manifestation for greater abundance at your spa?
It was there was a couple of manifestations that were going on at the same time. One was to just cleanse the spa of any negative energy and put healing, calming, loving, peaceful energy in there. And the other one was to have an abundant people walking through our door.
And did that happen?
Yes.
You're saying. So, okay, tell me what happened.
Well, the next day, it was crazy. We had a $3,000 day. We had 2 people, one right after the other, buying intraceuticals treatments. So, and they're not cheap treatments. They're like $1,500 treatments.
Yeah.
So we have a pay-as-you-go program. So the first payment is like $560 each. So we had a couple of those coming through, and we had a couple of other, and yesterday even, we had people phoning in last minute for bookings that have never been to the spa before. So, and that's not typical for a Saturday. And very happy and rebooking, and everyone who's coming in. I've even had pissed off clients come in wanting a refund on something, and by the time they left, they're very happy and they're coming in for more treatments.
What? That's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah. I think it definitely has a lot to do with the pureness of what your intent is.
Well, I myself have not even put an intent for money or prosperity or anything like that. I'm focused on making this as clean as possible, the energy out of it.
Well, one of the very first things that we did when we got the board was, Dave and I did it together, is we manifested just peaceful, healing, calm energies within the household. It made a huge difference. The dog,
I can feel a difference,
wouldn't leave us alone. We'd be on the bed and the dog's like right there. I love you, I love you, I love you. My daughter, who's usually was like, yes, whatever you want, and you know what she's like yells at me.
Okay, so she's actually being cordial with you or whatever.
Yeah, she's actually talking to me, and she's actually doing stuff without that 16-year-old attitude.
I remember last time I was here, she's like, Mom, get me some. What she wanted? She wanted water.
Yeah,
or she wanted.
She'll phone me from her bedroom.
And what's water?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she had hurt her foot or something and was in crutches and she wanted to get her some water.
Yeah,
That
no,
was too funny.
no.
Just doesn't want to leave her bedroom.
So, I mean, just the energy and, you know, the energy at the spa and is amazing. We've got very, very, very happy people coming in and out.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah, I've gotten some amazing testimonials as well, feedback in the past little while. Pretty fantastic. I think between 4 people so far who've gotten back to me in the past week, I'd say a total of close to $50,000 has come into their presence that through unexplainable means that otherwise wouldn't have happened, that they think.
so just for funsies, I have people living downstairs and they pay me rent in cash, so I have $600 cash.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it on the desire pad, like the whole $600 in cash. Right?
Yeah.
I went about manifesting abundance, monetary abundance.
Nice.
I only did that a couple of days ago, so we'll see what happens.
There you go. No, absolutely.
Left it on overnight.
Did you use the dial as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Even right now, huge shift in energy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I take the clear light water, one of the effects it has on me is it really opens up the crown chakra. So that was already a little bit open. Right now, it's huge and it's resonating tons of energy since these other boards got brought in.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is a sense of calmness, a sense of everything's gonna be all right feeling I have now. More so now than even 2 weeks ago. Just this certainty that everything is just fine. It's very unusual.
Yeah, especially right now because there's so many different energy shifts happening in the world and in the environment.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
making people just crazy.
I'll tell you something interesting in a second here after I turn this off here. Yeah, there's a lady, I'll tell you right now actually. There's a lady who is in Calgary who had bought a car with her husband about 3 weeks earlier. She called me up and said that she was one of the first people to have one of these manifestation plates. And she called me up and said that, Renee, you would never believe what happened. Or maybe you will believe it, but she said that her and her husband had bought a car about 3 weeks earlier, and they put the payment on their Visa. And I think it's through cash advance loan or something. I don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what she said. And so she called me up and she said that she was concerned about the radiation in Japan reaching Canada. So she put a manifestation on the plate to protect her body from the radioactive waves or whatever, and tell, just any sort of influence. And she said within about 5 minutes she can feel her whole body vibrating from head to toe. And then after about 10 minutes, she said the air around her body was shimmering like static electricity. It was really weird, she said. And she said after about 15 minutes, she almost could see a layer of plexiglass around her body, like a distortion in the air. And she said it just got so strong and strong and strong, she had to turn off the board because it was just too much.
Wow.
And I told her, well, if you think that's amazing, try and use it for a manifestation, for abundance or prosperity. And she said, Renee, I already have. You wouldn't believe what happened. That's when she told me that her husband had bought a car 3 weeks earlier. And she said for $10,000 at a very high interest rate. And she said her bank called her out of the blue a few hours after she made the manifestation for abundance and said that she is qualified for and pre-approved for a $10,000 line of credit that she's never asked for. They've never called her once. The bank never called her out of the blue. And of course, the interest rate was, like 6% or 7%, as opposed to 22% with the Visa. So boom, I mean, just out of the blue, she was like, "Wow, that's insane." And then they called her back about 3 days later and offered her more. Said, "Hey, do you need a higher credit limit? Just let us know." Out of nowhere, and that just saved them huge money. I mean,
wow, no kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Another lady who owns a promotions company. She does trade shows. She had about 30 booths that she needed to fill. Now, I didn't know this at the time, so I went to go visit her. She's a friend of mine, and I was showing her the board, and just letting her play around with it and whatnot, and I was just chatting to her just very casually. So we chatted for a while, and then I ended up leaving and came back to her office about a week and a half later, maybe a week and a half later, and she said, "Renee, I don't know what the hell you did or what happened, but I didn't tell you this at the time, but I had 30 booths for an upcoming trade show that I needed to get filled. And this has never happened. We've never had problems getting exhibitors." And she said, we were kind of freaking out here. That's a lot of booths to get. And because the deadline was the show was only like 2 weeks away. And she said, when you came in with this board, while we were chatting, I was projecting, sending signals out or projecting to fill all the booths at our trade show. And she says, with the next week was like a miracle. She said we filled 18 booths in like record time, like just boom. And calls are still coming in, and this is from people like never heard of our show or anything, exhibitors. And she was just blown away. She was like, "Whoa, that's insane." And then I have another friend of mine who's been invested a bunch of money in this company. Spent a lot of time and like a year just working at this company, and the company is pretty much folded, for lack of a better term, and having a lot of money problems. Not not crazy, but a lot of concerns with money because this person was no longer employed. And I was talking to this person, who's a friend of mine, about this new plate I made. And while we were talking on the phone, he could feel funny energies, like something weird happening to him. He could feel like he was dreaming almost. He's like, "I don't know what's happening, Renee, but while you're talking about this plate, I could feel it connecting to me. I just feel really weird." Okay, and so I was like, "Yeah, well, that happens sometimes. Like, energy flows through me to other people." And so he was gone for about a week and a half, close to 2 weeks. And like I said, when he left, he was like destitute financially. When he got back, he called me up and wanted to meet me for breakfast. And he told me while he was gone, away, he is now $20,000 richer. In a week and a half, he made $20,000, and it was unexpected. He met some fella who owned some oil field, who's selling barrels or whatever that, and he wants him to. He said, "If you can get me customers, I'll give you commission 10%." So he sold $140,000 worth of oil.
Wow.
He made 14 grand in a week, and he joined up with some MLM program, which is like a weight loss product, and made about 6,000, 7,000 commissions in 1 week. And he said, "I don't know if you played anything to do with that, but the synchronicity or coincidence is like too massive to ignore." Yeah. So likewise, he bought one of the plates. Pretty interesting.
Does this amplify what's going on underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
You can feel that plate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty well. So yeah, there you go. That's the lowdown. I'm gonna turn the camera off here for now. So what's your quick synopsis on what you're feeling here right now?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm still getting huge. There's definitely like the cold wind
Yeah.
all over, but very heightened energy.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while, there'll be a boost of energy going through,
Mm-hmm.
just like a wave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just coming straight through from up.
From your head to your body?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My friend likened it sitting next to these like an adrenaline rush, like you're just amped. Like he said, they can just go like run. Like I can go run a marathon right now.
My head feels extremely clear.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Do you have anything that's not so cold? I can see myself wrapped up in like tons of blankets.
Yeah.
Do I even feel cold?
Yeah. I would say so.
And I got like this big blanket on underneath.
Mm-hmm. You can see it says the words. You see what's right in there. So
I saw that immediately.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of subliminal in there. You can barely see it. All right. Cool. With that.
Just a little. Feels cool. Like cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting it to feel heat or something, but no, it feels very cold. Oh my gosh. Now it's tingling.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cold.
It's like a wind.
Yeah.
A cold, tingling wind.
Tingling wind. Definitely. That's crazy.
See how high up you can go and still feel it. Like stand up. You can put your hands all the way up if you want above your head.
It's still.
Yeah. It doesn't.
It's actually getting colder.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I'm actually getting cold. It's going down my arm now. Wow. I need a blankie.
It's wild.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It's very, very, very powerful.
So what's the purpose of the coolness?
Well, it's the plate's called the light body activator.
Uh-huh.
So I'll let you think about what that means to you.
Actually, I'm even just feeling it sitting right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got goosebumps.
This is serious. Yeah, I can see it.
Can you see all the goosebumps on me?
Yeah. Big time.
And they're getting just like, my hair is standing straight up.
I can see that. That's wild. Unfortunately, I don't have zoom, and I can't really get macro on this, but I can see your hair standing up. Yeah. Yeah, this is quite extraordinary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of people who come near the plate start to feel energized, yet calm, and almost sleepy at the same time.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm on awesome water,
Mm-hmm.
the clear light water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is pretty amazing. Like it's like a cushion of air, just like pushing your arm up. It's wild. So this starts to tap into deep levels and clean up a lot of junk that's been inputted there. So you can start to.
So do you just have it around? Do
You can
put it under
yeah.
your bed?
I would just leave it. Just leave it in your room because the energy of it is just it's really powerful. This penetrates I don't know. I could physically have seen someone measure energy 80 feet away with that, but it's probably more than that, probably miles away.
I'm still.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I never get goosebumps. Seriously, I've never seen.
I know, that's like big time. I can see the pores.
I know. I've never reacted like this. That's just crazy. Okay, I need it. How much is it?
Let's put it this way: the first power plate I made had a life force of about 35,000 positive. This is 1 billion times a trillion minimum.
See, it's going away a little bit, right?
Yeah, it'll come back.
I know. It's just an immediate reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So it reduces the negativity and just
So it's a cleanup. It's just a cleanup shop. I mean, on the deepest levels of your creation, just
including old beliefs.
Just everything's, and I don't mean like, okay, you're gonna like, your whole life's gonna like
no
magically, just erase your old life. I mean, it starts to. I don't know how to explain it. It's like washing a windshield. Over the years, the windshield becomes, dirtier and dirtier and dirtier until it's like dark, and we don't even notice because it happens so slowly. So this is like slowly starting to wipe away the layers of dirt on your windshield, so you can see that the sun is shining, and it always was shining. We just thought it was dark because, because there's those layers of dirt there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. It's kind of just brushing away layers of stuff that are interfering between you seeing the light of reality that's really there. It's pretty profound.
Into the true source.
Yeah, it's just this in conjunction with the manifestation plate is just insane. I can't explain it to you.
Can you utilize them together?
No, absolutely.
How so?
Well, I'll just turn this video off here in the meantime. Let me try it one more time. Well, one thing that you can do is you can put this plate on top of that plate.
Severely, you so feel the.
I know, it's not even subtle. It's like physical.
There it goes. Look at. It's just crazy.